the deciding game. A powerful duo looks to dole out a sour feeling. The Los Angeles Lakers have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won, 3 they have lost. It is now the last stand. There is no looking back as they must lay it all on the line against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Will there be an upset in round 1? It's all coming up next.
The Western Conference playoffs roll on. We're already down to the wire in the first round, an exciting Game 7. 2K Sports proud to bring you this one. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. On the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Handle out there with Naz Reid. And it's Dillingham in at the point. And for Los Angeles, Andre Drummond is out there with Durant. Then there's Black. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Connect in at the small forward spot. Look at the Lakers. Well, we know, Greg, they haven't played their best basketball. Now they find themselves in a do-or-die Game 7. They thought they would have wrapped up this series much earlier, but that's not the case.
Kev, they just lack consistency throughout the course of this series. I don't know if they came in overconfident, but this is the time to check those individual egos at the door. Come together as a group and play for one another.
Nailed from three-point land.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Black. McDaniels defending. Pass to Doncic. Launches a 3. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luka from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
Outside Edwards. Fires for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. They come off a real tough loss on Wednesday.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Now, McDaniels, after the missed 3 from Black. Fires away from outside. Dillingham, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Missed 3 there from Black. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Drummond with it. Defended now by Dillingham. Outside Durant. Lakers passing it around. Black dishes to KD. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 that time. A beautiful shot from Black. Black's got 6.
Oh, great feed by Durant. There's way more than scoring to his offensive game.
Reed with a screen for Dillingham. From 10 feet out. Another miss by Minnesota. Los Angeles leading by 4. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Timberwolves delivered in a big way. He scored 24 points and was reliable as ever from distance. Once again, he got into a rhythm, and there was nothing anybody could do to stop him. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Jones checked in for Connect. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 5.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Durant kicks to Black. Six on the shot clock. Back to KD for three. And rebounded by McDaniels.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
No good, unable to end this run.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Black. Edwards defending. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Trains the three-pointer. Doncic has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Lakers. Timberwolves trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Attention fans, now on the court is your high squad. Get loud and let them hear it. All right, fans, who wants a t-shirt?
With some changes. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Gannett comes in for Black. And it's Shake Milton in for Luka Doncic. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. George comes in for McDaniels. LeVert's checked in for Edwards. And it's Colin Sexton in for Dillingham. For the Lakers. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Durant, and Black's subbed in for Shake Milton. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Edwards has come in for Julius Randle. Left side, Sexton. And here's Edwards from the arc. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Jones is out there with Dosunmu. Then there's Black. Then it's Connect. It's Naji in at the center position. That's the Laker 5. Back to Black. And the three off target. Timberwolves trail by 9. Down low. And it's LeVert missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Black the pass to Dosunmu. Traps in the tray. Dosunmu's got 7 now in this quarter.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Pass to LeVert. And here's George. Right side, Sexton. Shot clock at 6.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Pass to Connect. Back to Black. And another 3 for the Lakers.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Sexton. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Sexton's got 5 now.
a dynamic scorer. Sexton will absolutely take the mid-range J if you give it to him.
Pass to connect. Back to Black. Off target from three-point range. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. 11-point game. Now here's LeVert. Guarded closely. That one falls.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Outside, Jones. 1:49 left in the second quarter. Here's Black. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Black's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Some changes here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Najee. Kevin Durant comes in for Herbert Jones. And Doncic is subbed in for Connect. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Julius Randle comes in for George. McDaniels, he's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for LeVert. Good on the shot.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
We've got 1:18 left in the first half. A nice shot by Black.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's McDaniel. Nothing on the board. Sexton deciding where to go with it. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Los Angeles leading by 12. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. Black dishes to Doncic. The tray. Black, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Outside for Randle. Reed the pass to Randle. With his first shot attempt, Vanderbilt with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. A nice shot by Black.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Tries from 10. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thanks for joining us for postseason basketball. Clearly, guys, the second half going to be a tough task for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They have to be better offensively, shooting under 40%. You know how to fix that, fellas? Feed the bigs.
Stop the presses. Shaq advocating for more post play. Seeing how things are shaking down for the Lakers. Game 7. We know how much is at stake. Kenny, what's it like to play in one of these?
Well, it's normal to have some nerves. Now, you can't shake those off, but those butterflies, they quickly remove when the game starts. Normally, guys get better in the second half.
First of all, Ernie, you shouldn't be asking an earthling that question because me, I never got nervous. I instilled fear in my opponents. So let's see who's built for this pressure.
The Diesel pulling. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third.
And we're back courtside at Game 7 as this series comes to a head. It's been a clinic out there by Thunder.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem playing up to the moment.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Naz Reid out there with Randall, and it's Dillingham in at the point guard position. Now, here's McDaniels. After the miss from Black. To the middle. Here's Reid. And Reid throws it down.
Showing off his power. Reid gave the dunk everything he had.
Here's Black. 18 points for him. Pass to connect. That three off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lakers leading by 13. Here's Black. The three from KD. The three-pointer is right on target. KD's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Timberwolves trail by 16. Pass to Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Here's Connect. A three-pointer off the mark.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Here's McDaniels. The Lakers with the rebound. Black in the post. Edwards defending. Doncic outside. Pass to Black for the three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Reid.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Back to Black. And here is Doncic. Three-pointer. A nice shot by Black. Black's got 21 in the game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
They get a hand on it. To the inside. Dillingham with it. Pass to McDaniels. Dillingham with it. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Dillingham's got his second bucket.
A developing part of McDaniels' game that could elevate him to the next level.
Doncic passes to Black. No good on the triple.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
To the paint. Dillingham, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Here's Black. 21 points in the game. And Connect gets it to go.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Good on the three-point shot. Randall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And how about the response from Randall? He just enjoys knocking down that triple to answer right back.
Black. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Now here's Randall. Lays it up off the glass. Randall's got 5 points so far.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Pass to connect. The three for Doncic. Here's Drummond off with the layup. Timberwolves trail by 14. Randle surveying the D. Here's Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you know, Anthony Edwards has one of the highest motors we've seen. His relentlessness throughout the length of the game is just exceptional. He wears out the entire opposing team.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Here's Black, defended by Sexton. Here's Black. That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back right after this. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round one. They've got Jones. Shake Milton is out there with Black. And it's Durant. And it's Dosunmu in at the three. That's the Laker 5. Here's Black. Following the basket by Colin Sexton. Black kicks to Milton. Fires the three. Connects from three-point range. And the Lakers lead by 14.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Here's Sexton. Ken Sexton slams it in.
He's shifty. Sexton can get by you if he's given a lane.
Here's Black, defended by Sexton. Black the pass to Milton. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to LeVert. Back to Edwards. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Black. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Now, here's Milton. Back to Black. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And the Lakers with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Herbert Jones. Connect comes in for Dosunmu. And Doncic is subbed in for Shake Milton. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Julius Randle comes in for George. McDaniels, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Dillingham subbed in for Sexton. Edwards' shot is good.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Down low. Edwards with the block.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is this engaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
Picked by Reid. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Edwards.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Here's Black. That one drops for him. Black's got 11 in the second half.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Pass to Randall. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Durant. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by 14. Here's Black. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Lets it go with the 3. Gillingham with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 14. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Randall. Over Drummond. Randall no good. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Black. Edwards defending. Black kicks to Doncic. Drummond sets the screen for Doncic. No good with the triple. Minnesota's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for Los Angeles.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And for a series that went the distance, you have to admire how they were able to close it out here as the time winds down.
Yeah, well, you never know going into a Game 7 like this who is going to rise to the occasion. I think they showed they had exactly what was needed, that extra grit and grind to fight for the win, fight for the series, and congratulations are definitely in order.
And one of the key components for this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Thunder.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. Now LeVert. Outside, Sexton. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Here's Black. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Black. 6 to shoot. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Black's got 35. They do it. They'll move on to round 2. Thrilling fashion, guys, taking round 1 in what certainly will go down. Guys, it's one of the most competitive series this year.
And you always love a Game 7, and no disappointment here. And these guys are ready and excited for round 2. Maybe a bit tired, but the adrenaline is still pumping.
And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.